Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for another Married at First Sight spoilers video. Before I jump into it, if you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And also, if you end up liking this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. Alright, y'all. So, again, this is a Married at First Sight spoilers video. So, I do have some information that is not shared on the show because it's a spoiler. So, if you are not interested in any spoilers, please click off of this video. But if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe first and then click off. But if you are interested, go ahead and stick around. This video won't be too long because I don't have a lot to give out, but I have some information. I'm still trying to figure out what type of marriage Eric had because it seems weird how he said in the last episode how he never said I do to his ex-wife. So I'm like, what kind of justice of the peace or marriage was that? Because like, I know you say I do in those type of situations, and it seems like the marriage was basically like a formality for him to just have her go maybe overseas with him or something. So that's still kind of iffy. I'm not trying to dive into the man's business, but I am very curious to find out what kind of marriage this was that he didn't say I do, and he doesn't seem all that. Well, I take that back. Sometimes he seems kind of bummed the marriage didn't work out, and in some instances he doesn't seem bummed at all. So I just want, he keep bringing it up. So since he keeps bringing it up, I want to know a little bit more information. But I guess we're supposed to focus on Virginia and him and not his past relationship. But I mean, he need to stop bringing it up then, and I won't have all these questions. But I don't really have too much information on Eric right now. But as far as Virginia, so Dr. Viviana a couple weeks ago got on Instagram and was going back and forth with people in the comments because they were talking about how Virginia looked on camera. So we watched the episode. The way it's edited to look is that this girl may have like some type of drinking problem, or like she just drinks a lot. I'm not saying she's an alcoholic, but the way the cameras are and they're editing it together, it makes it look like every second she got a drink, she got a drink, she got a drink. So from us viewers, of course, some people are going to be like, do she got a drinking problem? All she focused on is the alcohol. Like, some people are going to say that. And then I've even said that it seems like they mismatched them because Eric is so like reserved and so quiet and not the party type at all, whereas Virginia is the complete opposite. So it seems like they were mismatched. But again, opposites can attract. So maybe they wanted them to pair up so they can pull him into like have a little bit more fun, not be so serious all the time and focused on work, and then make her have a little bit more seriousness and, you know, calm down, settle down or whatever, so they meet in the middle. So maybe that's what they were thinking when they paired them up. Who knows what they were thinking, but maybe that's what they were thinking when they paired them up. I can kind of see that. As far as what Dr. Viviana was saying, so in one comment, I took a screenshot of it. She said, "These comments are disgusting. I can't hold my tongue anymore. These are real people. I'm so glad you care about them." And she put care in quotation marks. "But your accusations and assumptions don't reflect that. Wish them well and watch their journey. Anything else is just mean-spirited and thoughtless. You don't know them. You likely won't ever know them in their hearts. Stop the nastiness." So a lot of people agree with that. And then of course, like I said, some people were like, well, that's what the producers are doing. That's what editing is doing. That's what y'all are showing us. That's what we're going off of. So like, how can you tell us not to make assumptions or accusations or say something when this is what y'all are showing us? So then she said, it's expected for all viewers to have thoughts on what they are seeing, but calling people names and attacking them on social media is not useful or a healthy way to behave ever. She also said like it's beyond the pale and ventured into verbal assault. So I didn't read all the comments or anything like that, but I know from this article they were saying like some people were calling her like drunkafana, like drunk, she drunk, like they were just calling her a drunk or alcoholic, stuff like that, and that's uncalled for because yeah, you don't know her life story. However, if the editors are putting that out there, that's what they're assuming, but then they're putting it on paper and underneath her comments. I think for the most part, everyone, the people from Married at First Sight have made their accounts private. Probably more so we won't find out who stayed together or who, broke up or whatever. But also because they don't want any backlash or anything like that. So, yeah. And then lastly, Dr. Viviana said, I have always let all of our participants know that I support them both publicly and privately. I have never seen such hateful bullying happen so incredibly early in a season, so I'm very concerned that it will get any worse. I'm commenting today, but seeing the barrage of irrational and unmoved nature of the responses I'm getting seems like a complete misuse of my energy to do so again. But I had to try. Hashtag Mama Bear came out. I'm like, lady, Dr. Viviana, you might as well just go and give it up, because if you want to be coming back every week saying something, especially if the producers are going to keep putting it out there and on TV that this girl got a drinking problem and that all she care about is partying and living loud and wild and free. So she might as well just go ahead and get it up. And the producers, they know what they're doing. They are causing this drama on TV. So they're giving us this information. They're giving us this content to see. And then when people go off on it, it's like, oh no, you can't talk about them because X, Y, and Z. But then stop showing it to us like that. Then nobody won't call her alcoholic. Nobody won't call her drunk. Stop showing her drinking 5 shots before she get married and wine and whatever else. And then when she come down there, she looked like a wet puppy and her makeup all running, her hair all flat. She looked like a drunken bride. Like stop showing us stuff like that. And then stop showing after she get married, she like, I need a shot, I need some wine. Like she at the bar every 5 seconds. So stop showing those things to the public, and then people won't make their opinions or say like she drinking a lot or she a drunk or whatever. Then people won't make those assumptions or those comments. So I think the producers know exactly what they're doing, and Dr. Viviana need to look at that footage that they show us and see what is going on. I commend her for taking up for the cast members and not allowing people to talk dirty or talk trash about them. I commend her, but like I said, she gonna have to do that every week because if they gonna keep showing Virginia like that, she gonna have to do that every week. So she might as well just go ahead and get it up. Also, he is a doctor too, I think. Pastor Kyle, he was in on Instagram, or an article was done on him because people was coming at them for bringing Chris on the show. Now, word on the curb is Chris was not originally casted, okay? They called him, the producers called him up and asked him to be on the show. So that's the word on the curb. I have not found out why yet they asked him to be on this show, but word on the curb is he was not an original applicant. Well, he filled out the application, but he wasn't like an original winner or whatever, or I don't want to say contestant because it's not a game, but he wasn't an original person to be matched up with, I guess, Paige. So I don't know if they had somebody drop out or what, but they contacted him and asked him to be on the show. So I'm like, what? So y'all asked him to be on the show then y'all should have did some background on him a little bit better. Like, that just sounds fishy to me. Now, it sounds like they wanted some drama and stuff. And then also, word on the curb is Pastor Kyle says that he didn't know that Chris was out of a long-term relationship or was previously engaged until that matchmaking special he found out. So he says that he found out when everybody else found out that Chris was previously engaged. But I'm like, the information that I saw and that I found on the internet was easy to be found. Like, I don't understand why they couldn't have found that information unless the person he was engaged to didn't post the stuff until the show came on. And if that's the case, then that tells me that she's in on it with him. Like, this whole thing is just fishy to me, y'all. And I am like, I don't, for the life of me, still don't understand why they allowed him on this show. I still don't understand that. And I've also heard, and this is alleged, that the ex-fiance didn't even know they were broken up until she saw or she heard about him being on the show. I said, what? So, I was like, what? Child. And also, word on the curb is, even though Pastor Kyle said he ain't know that Chris was engaged 3 months prior to getting on the show. Not even 3 months, because it was June. Let's call it what it was. It was a month, okay? It was a month. Prior to getting casted on the show, is that they already knew that the girl was pregnant. I might have said this in the last one, but if I didn't, they already knew. The producers and everybody already knew that the ex-fiance was pregnant before he came on the show. So I'm like, what in the world? Something ain't right. And the fact that I'm like, is Paige in on this? But I don't think she is, because the way Pastor Kyle said it in the article, he said that he feels bad or whatever. He feels bad that this has all happened to her and that he checks in on her and stuff like that. So I'm like, what? How did they miss this? Like, it's not really, I don't understand it, y'all. Y'all let me know down there in them comments, because it doesn't make sense to me, like, how they blatantly miss this. Like, how they miss something so big and so huge like this. And I've heard, because I'm in a Facebook group, and a couple people in there said they have tried to fill out the application for Married at First Sight, and the application is very extensive. They said, like, they get picture, like, they'll ask for pictures of you. Of course, you know, they want pictures of you, but they'll ask for pictures of your family members. They'll ask for your family members' history, like your mom's history, your dad's history, any siblings, their partners. Like, they want pictures of them and like all this extra stuff. Like, they said it's like 100 questions. I don't think they said 100 pages, but it's like, it's an extensive, deep, like, you got to dig deep within yourself to fill out this application. And you be like, wait a minute, this like, you really got to go, like, in your head, your mind, your body, your spirit, like, everything to fill out this application. So I'm still, obviously he lied. He obviously lied to get on the show. And I think he just got on the show basically to have free advertisement for his businesses, even though the Subway closed 2 months or something after it opened. And I've heard, because the ex co-worker, she didn't put out an article saying, like, he was horrible. He had help getting the down payment down, and after he put the down payment down on the Subway, he didn't put any more money in there. And at one point he wanted them to make sandwiches or something, and for like his congregation or his grandmom's church, somebody's church, and he had one employee in there making like 66 or 70, some large amount of sandwiches, with one employee. And then he got mad at the employee because she was late fixing them or something, or she ain't fixed them right, or so. I said, what in the world? So they said he was a horrible coworker. He ended up getting fired, and the chain ended up, that store, that franchise ended up closing because of how poor he was as a boss and an employee. I said, oh my God. I said, everything just coming out. So she was saying, like, him being the way he is on camera is not even the half of it. I said, wow. Now that's saying a lot, because right now I'm looking like, And I was just like, he is the male Taylor, because at least Taylor had waited a couple months before she showed what she was on the TV for. He was just like, why we waiting around? So I'm just like, Lord have mercy. But that's pretty much all the information I got on them too. The honeymoon is supposed to be in Vegas. Probably because of COVID, you really can't. I mean, people are still traveling internationally, but I guess they didn't want to risk traveling internationally and stuff like that. So they'll be having the honeymoon in Vegas. We will hear from Chris's baby mama, ex-fiance, mother of his child. We will be hearing from her on the show. We won't see her, but we'll hear from her on the show. I believe it's going to be like a phone call or something like that, and she'll come on there in that way. And I think they showed that in the preview too. So she will be on the show too. I do know allegedly who stays married on decision day and who gets divorced on decision day. Some of them I was kind of surprised, but then there was some I was like, I won't ruin it too much for y'all, but I'll just say 3 stay together and 2 get divorced. So y'all figure out who get divorced and who stays together. I won't tell y'all specifically who gets divorced and who stays together, because I don't want to spoil it too tough for y'all. But if y'all watch and pay attention close enough, y'all figure out who is the 3 that'll stay together, and then y'all will figure out who the 2 got divorced. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really have. But if you really want to know who stay together and who gets divorced, then email me. My email address is in the description box, and I'll send you an email. But I don't want to, ruin it too much for the people. I just want to give y'all a little behind the scenes and words on the curb that I heard. But if y'all hear anything, y'all go ahead and put it down there in them comments, and make sure you tag it. Well, never mind, because this is a spoiler video. So, of course, the comments going to be spoilers, too. So, if somebody comes through and reads it, that's on them. Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will definitely see y'all on Wednesday for Married at First Sight. I am excited for them to get to this honeymoon, child, so we can see, unfortunately, these fireworks blow up. And again, just keep Paige in y'all prayers, because she's 25 years old. Her first marriage, and it gotta be to this fool. I cannot, y'all. But anyway, y'all stand by, I can't even talk. Stand by, stay tuned on Wednesday for my weekly recap on Married at First Sight. If y'all like this recap or this spoilers video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, and along with the share button. And also, if you are not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.